I'm good, it's a big fight. I believe it's the biggest fight outside the champions, I believe, right now. So I feel good. I'm always motivated for any fight, whatever level. I'm always motivated for any fight. So I feel good, and it's a good opportunity. I believe it's the breaking opportunity I've been waiting for, and I think this is it.
Are you surprised that Joseph Parker's come into a fight of this size off the back of a defeat only a few months ago?
I'm not surprised because history and where he's from, these people are warriors. They're warriors and they've been warriors for years, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that, he believes he's Samoan and he's a warrior and he believes he have what it takes and he just think, oh, that was just a bad night, I'll come and I'll smash Dillian Whyte up. So I'm not surprised at all.
There was obviously talk about Kubrat Pulev after the purse bid. Luis Ortiz also came out as a possible name. This seems to be something that's happened really quickly. Can you sort of talk us through how it came about?
I never say no to any opponent. Makes sense, and Parker made sense. Eddie called me and goes, Pulev people is struggling with the money. They're talking owning in the show and going to Bulgaria and splitting this and the other. And he said, listen, it's so complicated. And Pulev is very unreliable as well. He's pulled up big fights before. The problem with Pulev, he's got a lot of money and he's happy in Bulgaria, living his life, lives a bit of celebrity life there, so he's happy. But and he's like, listen, Joseph Parker is around. I think it's a big fight. What do you think? I said to him, why are you wasting my time calling me when you know the answer to the question already? Make the fight and call me and tell me the terms. There's a standard answer to any opponent that makes sense. And he just laughed. He said, let's go, baby, and hang the phone up. And then he called back later and said, it's done. We're just waiting on the signature and the terms and stuff, and then that was it.
Was there any part of you that thought, hold on a sec, what about my IBF ranking, what about my WBC thing, which is some things you've been pursuing for a while?
Eddie is a promoter, and he's a very good promoter, and he deals with that. So I want to, if he suggests another route or another fight, I know that he would already put some precautions into play that will protect something the best they can. It's the best movement for me. That's why I'm with him, because we do great business and he's got my best interests at hand. So, it's been frustrating at times, been slow and take long to come, but, I'm at a stage now where he can do more. He can do a lot more and justify doing a lot more. So, yeah, I don't question certain things, just let him just crack on.
You've been waiting a long time, you've been defending that silver belt, and there's been no world title shot coming yet. Do you feel like victory here will guarantee you a title shot?
One would hope so, but this is heavyweight boxing, you don't know, man. Heavyweight boxing it's crazy, you don't know, but one would hope so. All we can do is just keep training and keep hoping and just stay positive and just keep winning and just keep becoming a massive draw, and then they can't deny me forever.
Been a little bit on social media of people questioning this being pay-per-view. Now, how do you feel about that? Obviously, it helps you. It's good news for you. How do you feel about fans maybe getting a little bit annoyed at another pay-per-view? What's your sort of response to it?
When they see the card we're going to put together, then people want to understand why it's pay-per-view. And it's a big fight. You fought Joshua in a pay-per-view, so why can't you fight me in a pay-per-view? Exactly. And this fight, we made him better than him and Joshua, but it's going to be a war, so, but I just let him do what he's doing, I let people do, listen, people can criticize and say whatever they're going to say. That's boxing fans. And the same boxing fans, they'll buy this, the same one that's complaining, they'll buy it, it'll be a good fight, and they'll be like, oh my God, that was worth it, that was this. Hey, Bellew twice was pay-per-view, why is me and Parker not pay-per-view? And they sold it as a heavyweight pay-per-view. We're real heavyweight with real ambition. We're going to come to fight. None of us are injured. Vice versa. There've been some bad pay-per-views over the years, but Bellew cleverly was pay-per-views, wasn't there? There's many of them, many of them.
Just one final one while I've got you. It's Thursday afternoon now. On Saturday, for the first time in over 2.5 years, Tyson Fury is back in the ring in Manchester against Sefer Safiri. Just as a fellow heavyweight, what do you make of that fight?
It's a rubbish fight, but I understand Tyson's been out for a while. He needs a way back, and it's a safe fight for him just to shake some ring rust. But I believe he should have came back to a better level of opponent. But that's me personally. But good luck to him, and it's great to have him back. He's a good heavyweight, and he's exciting, and it's another heavyweight back that's going to give us some big, massive fights in the next coming months. So good luck to him, and but I think it's a pointless fight.
How long do you think it's going to take before we see him back at his peak?
1 year probably, 1 year, probably like 3-4 fights, you know. But we'll see. But if he's starting off at this level, unless he's open to fight 3-4 weeks later, then I'm not very. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not very excited, you know. So he's probably going to fight another 2 guys at the same level. Is going to be crap, you know. I think there's better guys you could have fought, like a Joey Abel or someone of that level, you know. Someone, you know, like you could have fought even. What's the kid's name, man? Joey DeWeco or someone like that, you know, who's live, but you know, someone who's live but is 100% he'll beat them, you know.
When he beat Klitschko, he was the man at heavyweight. Obviously, won the belts, lineal champion. If you take yourself out of the equation, and you have got Joshua, Wilder, and if we assume that Fury can get somewhere near that level again, how do you sort of rank those 3?
Obviously, it has to be Joshua, Wilder, and Fury, isn't it? You know.
That's how you.
But you can't even put Fury in the picture now. You can't put him in any kind of ranking or any order right now. When he needs to fight.
At his best, the Fury of 2 years ago, where do you think he would rank among with Wilder and Joshua?
The Fury of 2 years ago, he was alright, but I didn't think he was all that. He thought Klitschko was past it, and Klitschko was demotivated. The Klitschko actually turned up to fight Joshua was way more motivated than the Fury Klitschko that fought Tyson Fury. It's strange, and he was like 2-3 years older. Strange, you know. It's hard to place him, you know. But he said he's the best. He's this. He's ready to beat this guy. He's gonna smash this guy, smash that guy. But then he comes and fights Zafari. It's no brainer, isn't it? You know.